I think I have these right here. I think I have those as a part of thumb, but we'll double check that. Let's put this to the hand first. So this is our right hand, and then we'll just do 1. All right, let's look at these real quick. Did I place these? Yep, yep, yep. All right, good. So now we'll do our forearm. Do we have a twist bone? We do not have a twist bone, it looks like. We do not. There is an option here to add a twist bone if you would like. So by all means, you know, add whatever joints you see fit based on the topology of your character. So again, we want to go all the way up to right here where the elbow would bend. Right here actually. This is where the weenus, that's what it's called. This skin back here. You can see it has this divide. That's where you're going to bend, which means we want our lower arm selection set to be right here. And then just make sure you have everything selected that you want. I'm just rotating around my selection. Looks pretty good. Okay. And so now that's going to go to our right lower arm. So 1. And now we can do the same thing we did for the knee. Let's just grab this and let's make this a 50-50 for lower arm and upper arm. So we'll go upper arm 1, lower arm 0.5. I mean, with how low poly this is, we may not even need to get into painting, but I just want to do it to show you. But man, we could do this. I mean, maybe I could do another character that's more high poly and then do the painting on there, because I think with painting on this, it's gonna be overkill. And I can just do it by hand, but we'll see. When we get to that point, we'll look at it again and see what would be the easiest thing to do for this, because with it being as low poly as it is, we will be able to do it a lot faster by not painting and just doing the values by hand. So make sure you have all the verts selected. We're gonna go all the way up the arm to the base of where the shoulder cap would be. We have one selected. We don't need selected. So from these 3, we're good to go. We are going to, oops, didn't want to tessellate, undo that. We're going to go to like right here, this row of segments for upper arm. And then we're going to blend this row, and this row, and a little bit of that row. So like what I said was we're going to go from here on over. And you can make your selection set again down like this. And then just rotate around, make sure you got everything selected. All right. Now that we have everything selected here, we're going to add this to our upper arm, our right upper arm. Right here, right upper arm. 1. All right, cool. We can do, since we're here, we can do the head right now too. So let's select everything for the hair. So select one vert and then do the shift period just a few times. Also select the verts on the strands of hair, which we will look into converting to be a dynamic mesh once we're in Unreal, so that we can get some nice secondary motion on those from the head motion alone, and we won't have to do it by hand. We won't have to add joints to it because that's just gonna make it crazy. All right, so you can see this one's all to everything. And this is why we want to zero this out, because you see it has so many joints. And this is how it's going to be when we get into the face controls. Oh, it's going to be a nightmare at first glance. But, you know, if we think about it in a logical way of how we want to start it, we'll be fine. So let's look for our head joint right here. 1. So now let's just make sure we got everything. For this, we want to grab all of this. Best way to do that, let's just click drag, and then we want to go all the way underneath like that. We want to deselect these. Let's go into our, there we go. So we got all that selected back there. Yeah, that's fine. We can leave all that because it's all hidden by hair. It's gonna need to be one to the head anyway. So this looks pretty good. That selection set. That all depends on the angle of how you have the head tilted back anyway. Let's see, is this one selected? It is. Okay, that's fine. So we want to put all this to the head. So select head. 1. Good to go. Let's do this other arm. Save your file. Jeez. All right, let's save this as 19. Hopefully you've been saving before this, but you always want to save often. So we'll do this as not rig. We'll do this as like skinning. So let's call it skin. And then we'll do actually 01. So 001. Yeah, that'll be good. Because then we'll know 18 is where we left off, or if we want to start again, or if we just want to get our base rig layout without any skinning or anything. And then this will be the beginning of our skinning. So let's just do save as. Let's save it again as number 2, and then from there we can just keep clicking save to make sure we save our file. I don't do the iterative save. I just do I just change every now and then. So like my 002 save will be like, we'll do like this whole other arm. I'll save it as 002 again, and then probably do torso, still 002, and then once we're done with that, I'll do 03, and then we'll start doing the polishing from there. That's how I like to save. But I click save, you know, Control S, Control S, Control S a few times while I'm working, so at least I know I have it saved, as opposed to every single time you save, it gives it another number. I think Maya allows you to do that, but I just don't have my setup like that. That's how you'll get like, you got 100 saves. You don't need all that, because once you go back, you're going to be like, well, what did I do with this save? That's pointless. It's overkill is what it is. Being a little too cautious. All right. We're going to make our selection set. We're doing the same thing we did on this hand that we did on the right side, but we just got to make sure we pick left. This is our left hand now that we're working on. So that looks like everything. So left was up top. So this is our index finger. 1. All right, there's our index middle. I'm gonna drink some water right quick. hopefully you're finding this to be relatively easy. Again, if this isn't making sense to you, by all means, follow along without doing it first, so you can just watch and see what I'm doing, see where my button clicks are, and see where I am plotting the vertices out as far as like what joint they're going to, and then watch it again while you're actually doing the work on your end. So then it's just as a guide to help follow along. Sometimes it's good when watching videos to just watch them first. I know when I watch tutorials, I'll watch them all the way first, especially if it's like something brand new, like content wise, and then I'll try to do it. If you try to do it while you're watching it that first time, it's going to take 3 times as long for you to even get through the content, because you're trying to take in so much information at once and retain it, So make sure you select everything you want to put on this joint. And then this just goes faster as you get more used to it. This is our middle finger. Again, I'm just taking what we've already done, selecting the vertices that I believe should be on the joint that should control them, and we are giving them influence of the joint, the desired joint. And so this is our middle finger. Our proximal. So this is our middle finger proximal. Now we're going to our ring finger. See how much faster it's going by? It's going by really quick for me. It's a ring finger. And working with the extremities first is just a good way of organization visually, so you know what you've been working on, where you are with it, instead of just being like, oh, let me start with the torso and go out. You're gonna feel like it's gonna take a long time to get stuff, but if you work your way in and you know things are where you want them to be, it's gonna be so much easier and faster. So efficiency is huge when it comes to how long it takes for you to do something, and then there builds the speed. And that'll help set you apart from like a bunch of other people because of how you even approach the issue, which is important. So ring proximal, yes. All right, now it's onto the pinky. Check your selection. Pinky middle. All right, we're almost about to go move on to the thumb. All right, onto the thumb. Make sure you double check your selection. Thumb is up here at the top. Oh yeah, we wanted to add this row.